You guys keep asking me. I mean, we just. I know. Yeah. No, we turn it on, and I don't want to make it sound like it's an on-off switch, like we're not trying the rest of the game, but we've been in those situations, and we understand how much those little plays and 50-50 balls matter. So, we try to key on to those at the same time as just being sound, like no gambling on defense. Don't try to create nothing crazy on offense. Just play the game how we play it.
Coach was before the game talking about that you should be considered for all defense. You had 3 steals and got after. Don't always get after, but 3 steals were noticeable. And how do you feel about the head coach saying that's something that you should be considered for?
I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, he sees it every day. We do it as a team, so I don't see why not. I mean, if you look in the past of any teams that are in the top of the league, there's a couple guys up there, first, second, third team. And, we all take the challenge. I think you can say our whole starting 5 can be, a part of that or somewhere on a defensive team because, I think that's what separates us from, most of the other teams is, not just doing it sometimes, but doing it consistently.
It seemed like you had a couple of hustle plays early in the game that just didn't quite work out. Like you had that steal and
Yeah.
But then, in the final minutes, you hustle back, make that play, hustle down the court, and get the alley. I mean, Is that one of those things where if you do it enough, I mean, good things will happen, ball finds energy, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I mean, just staying sound, like not controlling if you're making or missing shots, but being able to control those little things of, making the hustle plays and taking care of the 50-50 balls and, just executing.
People say you've evolved a lot. Do you feel like you've evolved a lot as a defender, or do you think you've been noticed?
We were just laughing about this in the locker room, actually. A couple of my teammates have been giving me credit, surprisingly. We just talked about the early days, and I explained to them, when 1 through 5 aren't on the same page, it's kind of hard to defend. And just going through it with young teams and people that are coming into the league for the first game, like the rebuild process, it's hard to have a consistent defense. And, it's a 5 people on a string thing, and including the bench for real too. There's some plays where you can hear a bench that will, correct you really quick, let you know a man cut back door. So defense is a team thing.
But when you get that lob towards the end of the game, when you jam Kennard in the corner and then just break out in full sprint, can you speak to the difference that it makes having a team that shares that sprint mentality in transition?
I don't know if Chris wanted to throw that to me. He took a little while to throw it.
I hadn't seen him dunk in a while. Y'all remember the one? Remember the one he missed? What was that? Indiana?
Yeah, a little windmill.
That windmill?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
No, you do get rewarded for that. And everybody's running the floor. You got Mikal ahead of me, you got DeAndre there. I'm the last one. So, if you outrun not just the first or second defender, the third guy that's a little bit back, you usually get a good look.
How good is Jay Crowder's defense down the stretch this couple of steals in the last few minutes?
Man, Jay is such a big part of our team. He one of them guys, the stat sheet doesn't always show his value. You know what I mean? The way he fights, the rebounds, the way he make it tough on guys. I mean, Twin hit that tough shot in the corner in the first half, but Jay couldn't play no better defense. You know what I mean? So it's tough to play against that for an entire game. You know what I mean? So Jay, his screening, his making the next pass, what they call them hockey assists. A lot of stuff he does don't always show up.
Chris, you say it always starts on the defensive end, and there's been a lot made about both your shooting percentages and the clutch, but can you just speak to how that mentality comes through in those moments where it's still about getting the stop first? And then...
Yeah, it's cool, man. When you're on really good teams, like the last, 6 minutes of the game is when you really tighten the screws. And I think it was a timeout with maybe like 4:55 left, and Book was in the huddle saying, all right, under 5 minutes, y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean? And I think for us, having the confidence in our defense as well as our offense, to know how important it is to get stops and execute.
Well, Mikal is familiar with Aaron and just said he thinks he fits in perfectly before you played. And we saw tonight just the energy plays for him. What have been both of your guys' impressions of that?
Yeah, we know that.
Everybody keeps saying we got a holiday. You know what I mean? So you already know what it is. They hoop, play hard, defend, great teammates.
Great teammates, work hard. You know, I've watched them. We worked out in the same gym a couple of summers ago, and just watching him and his two brothers get after it every day. I've always had a lot of respect for them, you know, from a distance. And Aaron coming in here, he fits right in. You know, he's a winner. He makes winning plays. He has a high IQ for the game and plays both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
For both of you guys, just seeing Mikhail kicking in that second half, his transition, that's taking them now, you pull up, now everything is going, three is going, what's that like to see when he gets it going in transition, it kind of leads to everything else.
Yeah, I mean, he's running, you know, he's defending, he's getting stops, and, you know, it's tough to, you know, defend, you know, when you're in transition, you have 3-4 guys running at you, and Mikhail's the first one down. So you have to keep up with him most of the game.
Chris, is that like going back to your quarterback day, throwing it on the deep route?
Yeah, man, because Kale just always full of energy. You know what I mean? Kale is just, I mean, he's an all-star in my mind. You know, you look at our record and how our team done played, you think, you know, we have a shot at getting 3 guys in. You know what I mean? And I think for him, he shows up every single night, plays hard, competes, and is great when he can get those runouts and get some easy baskets, because that's ways that he can be rewarded for all the little things he does.
Look, I don't know if you,
Quarterback?
Yeah, I played that.
I don't know if you think about this a lot anymore, but this is your first full season in Phoenix with a full stadium and this kind of team with sellouts every single night. You still feed off that energy every single night where these guys just been full of relief off?
No question.
Every night.
No question. And I done played in the league for a long time, not too many teams. When you run out for warmups, the fans are already in the seats. You know what I mean? And the energy is contagious, man, because we got a fun team too, an exciting team. You ought to see, we got so many pregame routines that we do, and to hear the crowd like excited, you know, it gets us going, and it's a great fan base and a great city to play in.
Appreciate it.
You're the